Hello students. We're going to go over some special sounds here that kind of look the same, but they are different. And it's important to remember them so you don't get confused when you're reading, okay? So here we have R and star and air and care. R and star, air and care. Now both of these words have AR, AR. Now with this word, you can follow our two vowel rule. You can follow our two vowel rule. When you have a word with two vowels, the first vowel is long and the second vowel is silent. But so you don't get confused with the AR and stars, it's best to remember this as a special sound, as its own special sound, and it says air and care. So in star, we have the AR, and also in care, we have the AR. But here we have the E as well, so it says air, 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 and care. This one only has the AR. So since we know that the R in star is R, we want to be careful not to confuse them in other words where we see AR. So we're just going to memorize that ARE is the air in care, and then the AR by itself is the R in star. So let's look at some examples of this. So we have the R in star, and it's only AR. And then we have farm, harp, arc, bark, carve, and charm. All of these have the AR special sound, which says R, and there is no E with it. So it's R, R, R in stars. But here we have the air and care. It says air, and we have the E at the end. The air and care. So we have stare, compare, mare, careful, glare, and aware. All of these have the E along with the AR, so it says air, 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 air. Whereas with these ones, it's only the AR, so it says R, 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 R. So AR in star says R, and the ARE in care says air in care. Jesus cares for you. And the same goes with the in bird and the IR in fire. Now we can take this word and do our two vowel rule. Remember our two vowel rule? When you have two vowels in a word, which we do, the first one is long and the second one is silent. But since we have a special sound IR and then this has IR, we don't want to confuse them because this IR says whereas this one says ire, ire. So when you have the IR by itself, it makes the sound, bird, bird. And when you have the IR with the E, it says ire, ire. So it's best to memorize IRE as a special sound, even though you can apply the two vowel rule, because it makes it easier when you're reading to recognize the IR in fire or the in bird, and you don't get confused. So let's look at some examples of this one. We have the in bird, the in bird. You have dirt, twirl, firm, first, stir, and shirt. All of these special sounds have only the IR. It has only the IR, so it says Whereas this special sound, the IR and fire, has the long I and silent E. So it's the IR in fire. So we have entire, require, wire, retire, desire, inquire. All of these IRs have the E with it. So it says ire, ire in fire, fire. So we have the in bird, and it's just IR. Then we have the ire in fire, which is the long I, and a silent E. And then we have the R in stars. R in stars, it's AR, says R. And we have the air in care. The air in care, which is AR with an E at the end. So be very watchful for these when you are reading or doing words. Be mindful and watchful for these special sounds. Very good, students. That'll be all for today. I will see you next time. Bye.